Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger. And up here today, guys, we finally have a pickups video. Sorry if the camera seems a bit funny. I'm not recording in my usual house, obviously. I've come down to see all my family and stuff. And I obviously went into town today for the first time in about 4 or 5 months. And it was actually really nice to get out. Went out for dinner last night as well to a local pub round here. And I just got to say, it's really nice to actually go out and about and do things. I'm not going to make a habit of it, obviously, to be on the safe side. But I will try and at least go out a couple times a month in town and stuff when I get back home and stuff. And I got some pretty awesome pickups for you guys here today. I've got some PS2 games, some PS4 games, some Xbox 360 games, and one Blu-ray. Like I said, one of them was actually brought for me by my friend, and I really, really am appreciative for it. I'm going to save that one for last. But let's start off with the Blu-ray. I picked up Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is one of my all-time favourite films. It's in like the top 5 favourite films. I absolutely adore this movie to pieces, and I was just in HMV for $7.99. I seen it because we went into this American sweet shop, and they had a Wonka Chocolate Bar, and I brought that as well. It's in the fridge downstairs. I'm going to actually put the wrapper inside the case, just for kind of a little authenticity thing. I've always wanted to try a Wonka Chocolate Bar. I know it's not the official one that they used to sell, but it's still like a replica one, and it's really, really cool. I should have brought it up with me, but it's you know what a Wonka bar looks like. I did not know Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory came out on Blu-ray, and this includes some special features, a documentary, Pure Imagination, the story of it, some commentary with the kids from the movie, and some sing-alongs and some featurettes and stuff like that. But this is I don't know if this is like a remastered version of the film or it's just like updated into 1080p and stuff. But just to be able to watch this film on Blu-ray is awesome. I don't know if there's a 4K version out there. If there is, I'll have to get that as well. But this is one of my all-time favourite movies, and I'm going to watch it tonight maybe with my Wonka Chocolate Bar, and just have a great time. This movie just means so much to me. This movie is like one of my all-time favourites. It's such a great movie. The Tim Burton version, the Johnny Depp one, is okay, but this one will always be my favourite, and I'm really glad to have it. Normally when I have DVDs, I don't buy Blu-ray versions of DVDs, unless it's like a movie that I love. I did the same thing with Cannonball Run. So yeah, I had to have this in the collection. Now PlayStation 2 games. These are from all different shops because I've done them in terms of games. Up first, we got some PlayStation 2 games from the local game shop in town called Game City. I was really surprised to see they're still open. They moved around a little bit. Normally they had, back in the day, they had deals on their PS2 games, like buy 10 for a fiver, but they didn't have any of the deals. But I got some pretty solid deals on games that I don't have. First, I got Constantine, the video game. This was only £1. I haven't got this game, and I know for a fact I haven't got this game. So I was pretty surprised to see a game that I didn't have. In fact, all 4 PS4 games, two games that I got, I don't have. Nothing that in this video I've got. But yeah, I don't know how good this game is. So let me know in the comments below if it's any good. I've never watched the movie or the show or whatever it's based on, or the books, so I don't know a lot about it. I think it's based on the movie with Keanu Reeves. And for £2, I picked up Miami Vice. I've never watched the show or seen any of the movies. This is a third-person shooter. I'm not entirely sure if this is a good game or if it's a bad game. I know like a lot of these, like Miami Vice and Beverly Hills Cop and stuff like that, had terrible games. But let me know in the comments below if this game's any good. It's based on an actual movie, an episode from the show. And again, I didn't have it and it was £2. So I was pretty happy to get some games that were action-orientated games for PS2, not sports games and things like that. And then I also picked up Counter-Terrorist Special Forces Fire for Effect. I'm sure I don't have this game. Now, I believe this game is actually based on a series of games that were made on the Game Boy Advance, which were very similar to Metal Slug. But this game is a third-person shooter by the looks of it. I mean, it looks like a pretty fun game. It seems like you've got both stealth and action mode, so you've got different characters, weaponry, over-the-top stuff here. So yeah, it looks pretty fun. I'll give it a go and see what it's all about. And guys, I was very happy from CEX to get the Simpsons game on PlayStation 2. Now, I originally played the Xbox 360 version, or the PS2 version is pretty much the same thing. The only version that's different of the Simpsons game was the DS version. But like I said in my video that I did a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, about the Simpsons game, this was the only Simpsons game that I didn't have on PlayStation 2. So now I have the full Simpsons collection on PlayStation 2. I also have Skateboarding, Road Rage, and Hit and Run. I believe I've got Hit and Run somewhere. I'm sure I do. If I don't, then I'm going to need to get a copy of it. But I absolutely loved the Simpsons game growing up. Most people talk about Hit and Run and Road Rage, but they forget that the Simpsons game was really, really fun. It was an original story, and it was just such a fun game. It had really fun level designs. It was like a beat 'em up almost, with like a, you know, co-op elements and things, drop in, drop out. I used to love playing this game with my brothers, and I'm definitely going to do a playthrough of this. Hopefully I might even record it for you guys if I can. And this was £4, so that's not bad considering this game on Xbox 360 goes for about £20 and up. So I want to have bad about that one. You know what? Let's do the Xbox 360 games next. And then we'll do PS4 last, because obviously we already know that I'm going for a full PS4 physical collection. So anyway, for the Xbox 360, I still am going for an Xbox 360 physical collection. Up first, I picked up Dark Messiah, Might and Magic Elements. It was only £1 and I picked it up because I just wanted a couple of some Xbox 360 games. I'm not entirely sure if this game is backwards compatible or not. I played it back in the day on the demo and I thought it was pretty fun. It had a pretty cool multiplayer, an online multiplayer. This is basically like a first-person action fantasy game with magic and swords and stuff. I remember when I played it, not recently, but last time I played it, I was pretty underwhelmed by it, but I thought I'd give it another go. I don't have it in the collection, and so yeah, for £1 I'll take it. And then from CX, oh, that was from Game City. And then from CX, I picked up Samurai Showdown Sen. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about the Samurai Showdown games. I know they're a great series of like hack and slash fighting games. But I believe this is the only one that was on Xbox 360. So I've never seen this game before, so I picked it up because it looks like a pretty fun fighting game. Let me know in the comments below if this game's any good. It's only £4 and I'm pretty happy to have another fighting game for the 360. And then a holy grail item. I've been looking for, I'm trying to get all of the Marvel video games. And I recently did a video about superhero games, and one game I talked about was Captain America Super Soldier on Xbox 360. It's also on PS3 and probably PC. And I seen this game in there and it was £20 and I didn't want to pay it, but I really did not want to pay £20 for an Xbox 360 game. But my friend, he brought this game for me and I'm really thankful for this, Ryan, because I wanted this game for a while. Now, as a game itself, it's an okay sort of action beat 'em up game, plays similar to maybe like the Batman Arkham games in its gameplay. But it's much more linear. But the reason I wanted this game so bad is because it's actually getting pretty hard to find. especially on Xbox 360. You see it on PS3 quite often, but the Xbox 360 version is getting quite hard to find. It's not backwards compatible, unfortunately, but I am trying to get all of the Marvel games on Xbox 360 for the collection. I have the Thor game, and I need to get Iron Man 2, but still, I'm very happy to finally have this game in the collection because I've been searching for it for a long time. And it seems like a game that I'd actually really enjoy as well, because I love those sort of beat 'em up style games anyway. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this one in the collection, Ryan. I really appreciate this, because even though obviously it may not be an amazing game, it's a game that's actually quite hard to find. So this is a bit of a holy grail item. And then we get on to the PlayStation 4 games. Like I said, when I was talking about my PS4 collection games, I already previously mentioned that I was probably going to get some cheap stuff here. So the stuff that I've got here isn't overly amazing stuff, but there is some pretty cool stuff here. At first, I picked up FIFA 16 and FIFA 17. These were 50p each. Again, I'm going for a full PlayStation 4 set, so I'll get the sports games when I see them because they're dirt cheap. And 50p for 2 FIFA games, well, £1 for 2 FIFA games isn't a bad way to go, to be honest. Like I said, chances are I'm never going to play these games. I might do it one day just for a couple of achievements or trophies or what you call them. But still, I just need to get 18, 19 and 20, and I've got all of the FIFA games on PS4. So yeah, it's surprising actually there's not that many sports games on PS4 compared to like the PS2. There was loads of them. And I also picked up a Madden 15, NFL 15. It was £3. Again, I don't have any Madden games on the PlayStation 4, so I just picked up whichever one I saw. And yeah, I don't know which is the best Madden game, which ones are the worst. I know that a lot of people love the NCAA games on the Xbox 360, PS3, and PS2, but still, I've got one Madden game on PS4 now. And I also picked up a copy of Destiny. This was only £2. That's why I got it. I played a tiny bit of Destiny on Xbox One, but I'm going to be honest with you, it seemed like a good game. And I know people are still playing the original game. But I just wanted this for the collection because it was a dirt cheap game. And this is just more of a collector's item than anything else. I might play it one day and try and get a few trophies and achievements and stuff. But this is the sort of game that once you start playing it, you can put hours and hours and hours into Destiny. It's a great series and a great set of games. I wanted to get the Destiny collection, which had all of the DLC included, but the DLC is a download code only, so I just got the normal version. And the thing is with CEX, when they sell like Destiny, the Taken King and the collection and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10 it only includes the original game. So there's no point bother trying to buy the other versions of the game second hand. I might get them brand new on Amazon if I see them cheap one day, but still, Destiny. And then I picked up a game recommended by Metal Jesus called Mother Gunship. He actually did this in his Xbox One collection video, and this game is basically a mix between Serious Sam. I talked about the games like Serious Sam, the Zygorat game, Immortal Redneck. So like a roguelike first-person shooter, which isn't like realistic in any way. And this game is basically all about creating like your own like mech and going through different levels. It's all randomized combat. It's a bullet hell hybrid game. And it just seems like a game that I'd really enjoy. I love those style of first-person shooters because it's different each time you play it, and you can play it for half an hour, or you can play it for 3 hours, and it's always going to be fun. So happy to get this one, and this was £8. And then last but not least, I picked up 4 for £20 in game. I know game's struggling at the moment because of GameStop in America, but I thought I'd get 4 for £20, and actually the deals on their 4 for £20 were actually good games. These are all games that I don't have in the collection or have never played on any other system. So I'm very happy to have this. Up first, I picked up 428 Shibuya Scramble. This game is a like a live action it's like a live action visual novel, one of those sort of games. I'm not a big fan of visual novel games because they're more like a reading a story and choosing different paths. I've heard this game's actually kind of an interesting one, and I'm ready to take chances on things that I haven't tried before. But because it was in the fall for £20, I picked this one up because this seems like a game that probably might get a bit more rare in the future, because it seems like a game that not many people probably would have brought. And you know me, I love getting like Japanese themed games. Speaking of Japanese themed games, I picked up another Koei Tecmo game called Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess. The original Deception 4 was on PS3. Um, this game is basically, you basically play as this woman, and the way that you kill enemies in this game is you use all of these different traps. I believe this game's been around for a while. I had this game in my collection for years ago, and then I sold it, but I never played it. So I got it up because these would have been £7.99 each, but 4 for £20. And again, you know me, I love my Koei Tecmo stuff. And I'll give it a try this time. I'll actually give it a try and see if it's any fun. But it seems like a weird, over-the-top Japanese game. It's all about setting traps for enemies, and it seems like a picture on here. There's a guy on the toilet getting squirted up in the air. So it just goes to show what sort of game it's going to be. Then I picked up Atari Flashback Volume 2. And I was actually happy that this was Volume 2, because Volume 1 is pretty easy to find. Volume 3 is kind of hard to find, but Volume 2 is actually one of the more harder ones to find. And all this game is 50 Atari 2600 / Atari arcade games from like the 70s and early 80s. So it's a great compilation. There is Atari Anthology on PS2, which has 67 games. But yeah, I was actually pretty happy to get this one because it's just a bunch of classic Atari games. So I'll have to show this one to my dad and see if he recognises any of the games on here. It's got things like Space Invaders, Missile Command, and some other other classics on here. And this is how I prefer to play old games like this. It's on the compilation, because these games can last 5 minutes or they can last 20 minutes. They're not games to last. They're old games. These sort of things were well before what we know and love today. And last, from the 4 for 20, I picked up Constructor. Construction Meets Corruption. This is a sort of town builder based on an original, like a old PC game. It's all about like constructing a town, but it's all based around like the mob and mafia style things. So it looks like a pretty interesting game, a strategy game, and I'm always one for trying out some strategy games here and there. So yeah, overall a pretty decent pickups video today. I'm actually really happy with what I got. Again, Ryan, I give a massive thank you for getting me this game, and I just realised this is the American copy, so I don't even know if this is going to work on my Xbox 360. But to be honest, I'm not that bothered because I just wanted the game in my collection. And now I've got an American game on my collection, so maybe this game never came out in the UK, I don't know. But overall, guys, I'm very happy with everything I've got. And I'm especially pretty happy because I've got some games that I've never had before, and obviously some games that I brought back. The Simpsons game I'm happy to have back in the collection, because it's a classic, and of course a classic movie game. Anyway, guys, I'm very happy that we've managed to do a pickup video today. It's been a long time. It has been a long time since I went into town and done an official dedicated pickups video. So I'm very happy and I had a good time. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know what you picked up recently. Let me know if in this video there's something in this video that actually I haven't given enough attention and is better than what I give it credit for. And as always, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at the Mad Kyger. I won't be streaming till next week, but when I get home, I will do some more streams and maybe try and get some gameplay videos done on the channel. And as always, guys, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.